Well, happy Tuesday, excuse me, to you all. I hope that you are doing well. I hope you continue to grow in your relationship with the Lord. Thanks for giving me 5 to 7 minutes of your time today as we look at Psalm 133. We're almost done with the Psalms of Ascent we have today and tomorrow, and then we will finish the 15 Psalms that the pilgrims would sing as those that journeyed up to Jerusalem. Remember, they literally walked up the hill as they walked to Jerusalem to celebrate the feast 3 times a year. Remember, 4 Psalms were written by David, 1 by Solomon, 10 are anonymous. As we look at Psalm 133 today, it's going to be written by David, by King David. So as we walk into Psalm 133, I'd like to ask you, when you woke up this morning, did you wake up hoping that you would have conflict? Did you wake up hoping you'd find someone to fight with? Did you wake up hoping to have a good verbal knockdown, drag out, good old fashioned fight? Or did you wake up going, I hope today is a good day. I hope today is a day of peace. I hope today is a day of unity. Which one did you wake up with? I would say probably this morning, 99.9% of us woke up saying, I hope today is a day of unity. I hope today is a day of peace and of comfort, and I'm not looking for fight or for conflict. Today, as we look at Psalm 133, we're going to look at the blessings of unity. Remember, the people are walking up to Jerusalem, and they are preparing their hearts for worship. Whenever they would go up to Jerusalem and they would prepare their hearts for worship, there would be hundreds or thousands or maybe even hundreds of thousands of people flocking to Jerusalem. And as they would walk up, they needed to prepare themselves, their hearts and their minds, for people to be there. And when you get around a group of people, especially when you put a group of people in a small space, you're going to be bumped, you're going to be shoved. You might even find some people that are rude. I was thinking about Good Friday, or not Good Friday, excuse me, Black Friday, whenever people go into the stores and we're all looking for the same thing. You get some people that are really pleasant, you get some people that are not so pleasant. As the people are walking up to Jerusalem, they're preparing themselves, saying, all right, hold on, we're all on the same team. We all desire the same thing. We're all going to worship the Lord, and we need to be on the same page that we're all desiring to worship God. So I may have to just be able to put someone else before me. I need to be able to be unified with my fellow believers in the Lord. They are seeking unity, and sometimes unity is not always sought after. Sometimes we're just looking for conflict. Israel has seen times of unity. They have also seen times of conflict. In unity, they saw great unity under King David and under Solomon, but then they had a division after the reign of Solomon where the nation of Israel went from one nation to two. So most commentators, the ones that I have read, say that this psalm was sung after they had come back from the captivity of Babylon. They remember the division, and they don't want to go back to the division. They want to have a time of unity. The Bible speaks into unity in the New Testament. It says in Romans 12:18, as far as it depends upon you, live at peace with one another. Have a time where you are unified and do all that you can do to live at peace with each other. Then this Psalm 133 talks about the unity of blessings from the Lord, because when his people get along, you can have a sweet spirit about them. And how do we have unity? We don't look at our own preferences. We keep our eyes on the Lord, and we follow his word and his ways. If you look at Psalm 133, there's 2 things that are specifically mentioned that I want to point out that really help drive home this idea of unity and this idea of blessing. The first one is David talks about Mount Hermon. Mount Hermon was the tallest mountain in Israel, and it was tall enough that it had snow on it, but it didn't have snow all year round. And he talked about the snow, and when the snow would melt, that would turn into water, and the water would therefore go and make green vegetation around that area. So some of Israel had great green grass, had great trees and great shrubs because they got the water that melted from Mount Hermon. He is saying that those that live in unity have much fruit, they have much blessing, they have much water, while others who live in conflict struggle and their lives do not produce fruit, they don't produce water, they don't produce vegetation. And then the other thing he talks about is dew. And it talks about the unity that is a word picture to dew. And one commentator put it this way. He said, dew is distilled or let go in the night season. It's never let go after a storm. Dew forms when all is still and at rest. Strife, rush, bustle, worry, and ceaseless activity will never bring about the unity God envisions for his people. Great word picture, on what unity can do. It can bring a blessing, but it only comes when there's a stillness, when there's not conflict, or it only comes when there's unity. So the question of application I have for you is, are you living in unity and harmony with everyone? If not, what is stopping you from seeking out that harmony and seeking out that unity? If there's anything I can do to help you out, I hope that you'll reach out and that you'll continue to grow in your love for God, for God's Word, and for God's people. Hope you have a great Tuesday. If you're watching this before 5 o'clock on Tuesday, don't forget we have our free meal tonight. It's going to be hamburgers and pasta salad at 5 o'clock in the front parking lot of the church. Hope you have a great day, and God bless.